Good morning and welcome to our thought for the day, this 25th of November. Our reading this morning is taken from Isaiah chapter 40, starting at verse 27. Why do you say, O Jacob, and complain, O Israel, my way is hidden from the Lord, my cause is disregarded by my God? Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Be silent before me, you islands. Let the nations renew their strength. Let them come forward and speak. Let us meet together at the place of judgment. Who has stirred up one from the east, calling him in righteousness to his service? He hands nations over to him and subdues kings before him. He turns them to dust with his sword, to wind-blown chaff with his bow. He pursues them and moves on unscathed, by a path his feet have not travelled before. Who has done this and carried it through, calling forth the generations from the beginning? I, the Lord, with the first of them, and with the last, I am He. The islands have seen it and fear. The ends of the earth tremble. They approach and come forward. Each helps the other and says to his brother, be strong. The craftsman encourages the goldsmith, and he who smooths with the hammer spurs on him who strikes the anvil. He says of the welding, it is good. He nails down the idol so that it will not topple. This part of the Bible was written when the majority of the Israelites were laboring under captivity in Babylon. The Israelites were struggling to comprehend how this could all be taking place when they thought they were God's chosen nation. In our reading today, the prophet Isaiah pauses to imagine their response to his message. That is all very well, say his listeners, but it's clear the Lord's lost interest in us. Where has he been for the last 50 years? Imagine that, a whole generation passing away in a foreign land and no clear response from God. The prophet's view of events is very different. Have you not heard? The Lord has always been there from the beginning of the earth and will be there to the end. The victor from the east might well have been Cyrus, king of Persia, whose victory over Babylon made it possible for the people of Judah to go home. But it's not all Cyrus's doing. Who has summoned Cyrus into service? Who set in train the motion of events, just as once the Babylonians did the Lord's bidding? So now Cyrus is about to be his servant. Our reading ends with the rather comic image of the craftsman having to nail down his image to keep it from falling over. But there is no holding down needed for our God. He's alive, he's active, he's real, and on the move. He's always been active in the story of his people. Deep down they know this, but at that time they felt defeated and far from home, lost. So this can't be the end of the story. Is that how we all feel under this COVID pandemic lockdown? Are you wondering, where is God? What is he doing? Look back to the inspiring, encouraging verses that follow from Isaiah's question. Have you not heard? God does not get weary or tired, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. These promises were made by God to Israel, but they're also spoken to our hearts today. Maybe you feel lost and far from home, but take courage. God does not get weary or tired and has heard your cries. We are like those Israelites. We need to have a leap of faith and imagination to access the eagle's wings and to feel them. May the prophet's words speak to our hearts today, and may we take courage from knowing that God is at our side. God bless you all this week as you try on your new wings.